Everything, elbow, slide that thing. There you go. Now lean on the back, lean back up. Now get forward. Nice. I like it. Okay. That's good, man.
Guys, these days I was watching Brian Shaw's channel, and there's quite some interesting topics that, if we put in order, it kind of makes sense that Brian is actually really considering coming into arm wrestling. Check it out, 6 months ago, Brian posts 3 videos about arm wrestling. The first one, he has his first table time with Derek Smith, and, as it should be, Derek teaches Brian a little bit of technique and tells Brian how to use what he has on the table. And apparently, as we saw in the beginning, Brian liked it. On the second video, there ain't much to see. Just some talk and Brian doing some specific training. And in the third video, Brian takes Derek through a grip session, where obviously Brian is the one who has more strength in that area. And by the way, grip training is certainly amazing for arm wrestling, since when you have a strong grip, that means your tendons are also strong. And for an example, when you have your hand fully cupped in your opponent, those flexors that you use in grip training are the ones who's going to help you pull. But moving on, 2 months after Brian gets his first arm wrestling training, he posts a video where he pulls with Eddie Hall, and Brian just toys with Eddie in both hands. And as we can see, Brian did not forget the technique. He firstly on the right arm cups, and then leans down to easily pin Eddie. And on the left arm, Brian gets all of his size packed up together to pull Eddie, while Eddie is making all the effort he can to stop Brian. But he does not manage, and the main reason is because Brian got his technique just on point. Not ending there, 2 months after that, Brian says that he will be competing on his last professional strongman competition, which isn't cool news for the strongman fans. But, as Devon said one time to Half Thor, when your knees go out, come to join us in arm wrestling. And I really think Brian is considering it. Because also, I have seen his arms lately on his last video where he goes to in Safari with Eddie, and his arms are looking huge, and to me they look bigger than regularly. I'm really looking forward for Brian's possible announcement about coming into arm wrestling. What about you guys? Leave down in the comments and thank you so much for watching.